What's going down, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Holmes Hobbies Motor Control. It's your boy Josh, aka Coleman, chilling like a villain in the studio, doing what we do best, man, living that RC lifestyle. Basically, for the last few episodes, in case you're just tuning in, or you're getting caught up, or you're new around here, whatever it may be, we've been on a back to basics theme where we're going back to stock truck basically and starting to upgrade from the ground up. And we're starting with the electronics, and what we're doing is we replaced the factory axial 35 turn motor, and we pulled that out and we put in a Holmes Hobbies Trailmaster Sport, the 35 turn option. And basically we wanted to do a direct comparison, so I also pulled out the AE5 ESC and I put in a Holmes Hobbies BRXL, which is hands down one of the best brushed ESCs you can get right now, and it provides unmatched controllability, smooth startup. It's just a great option to get into the game. You can pair that with an entry-level motor like what we're doing here, a throwaway can, or you can pair that with something really high-end like a Crawlmaster Sport or Pro or something of that nature. There's really a wide variety of motors that can be ran off of this ESC, which is great. So there's really no limit actually when it comes to brushed motors in the 540 size. So that being said, we went ahead and installed that. We put a top hat on it just to go ahead and keep, add a little bit more reliability, protect it from the elements just a little bit. And basically, we're gonna go out and we're gonna test it. I wasn't sure if I get a chance to do that today. I thought I was gonna have to wait till tomorrow, but my son is really tired. He's passed out right now listening to the music. I'm gonna go check on him again, and we are gonna go out in the front yard for just a little bit and try to get in some testing real quick with this truck. Now, nothing fancy. It's not gonna be one of my crazy edits or anything. It's really just gonna be raw driving over rocks and doing a couple of pulls and things of that nature, just to show you guys how this motor behaves with this setup. And this is factory. This is zero tuning done. I actually had a buddy hit me up after the last episode, shoot me a text and say, "Hey man, did you tune that off camera or what's going on?" I actually did not do any tuning off camera or anything of that nature. Basically, it's just plug and play. I just put it in and that was it. I did not do any, programming of my throttle, or anything like that, so it would know where the throw was or any of that stuff. I just plugged it in and went for it. It comes with a great tuning setup right out of the box. John Holmes has actually taken the time to tune it himself and put his personal favorite tune on the BRXL, so it's really nice. And I personally, I'm going to modify that myself anyways. We're going to do a tuning episode probably next week. I think that's probably what we're going to focus on, is tuning the BRXL and setting it up for the different motors. And then what we'll do is we'll probably swap that motor out, or maybe we'll do a different motor and ESC I don't know. We'll play around. We're going to definitely do some diving into playing with brushed motors though, because it's something that I feel is overlooked. A lot of people feel that brush motors are dying off and are no longer going to be a thing because brushless is so good, but in reality, brush motors will always have a place. There is a certain feel that they provide that's just not matched by any brushless system. Now, I personally prefer brushless myself, but that doesn't mean I'll ever give up my brushed systems entirely. So that being said, let's head over to the workbench and take a look at what we've been working on over here. Alright, so here she is, bone stock axial SCX10. This is the XJ, and actually this is going to be the last time you guys will see this body. I actually sold the factory body off this to another subscriber, somebody that was looking for a body, and they want it signed. So I'm going to be signing this and sending it off. I don't know, I'll probably sign it somewhere around here. I think that's pretty cool, man. It's pretty rare that I get to make somebody's day, and even more rare that it's something as simple as an RC body that does that. So I'm excited. This will go to a much better home. This will wind up getting a hard body and actually going under one of my Axial Fest builds. And in the meantime though, we're gonna go ahead and keep upgrading this. So let's go ahead and do this. Strip this down, and there we have it. So here it is, bone stock layout except for the electronics. Now we have a BRXL right here. This is the 80 amp continuous ESC. It's it's very simple, clean layout. I love the gray look on it. It's just, I don't know. There's something about this ESC. It really gets the job done. As you can see, I don't have it actually taped down or anything like that, and that's because eventually it's going to get moved as I go to a different body and stuff on here and start switching the layout around. We've got a EcoPower 2200 milliamp 3-cell LiPo. We're going to run it off of that. Here's our Trailmaster Sport. As you can see, it's got the top hat installed, but it's not actually on there straight, and that's just because it's just really tight fit, everything I got going on here, and I'm not too concerned about that anyways, because this isn't going to be in there that long. We're going to wind up swapping this out for a different motor. You guys have been putting in requests. A lot of people are wanting to see the Crawlmaster line over here. A lot of people are also wanting to see the where is it, the 13, yeah, right here, the Crawlmaster Sport 13 turn motor. That's a very popular motor. We also have the Pro version of that, so we're definitely going to be cycling through these, but this is what we're starting with. So as it sits right now, I'm going to make sure I got the right radio because I've got too many of them sitting around here. So let's go ahead and plug this in and just make sure that it works correctly. All right, that is the correct radio. Nice. All right, so, and for those of you wondering why I have such long leads on here, that will all make sense later on when you see what this build winds up being. So I've also learned that having more, for me anyways, is a little bit better when I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna go, because then I can always shorten it. Had somebody mention in the comments also last time about just creating resistance using soldering joints, like instead of you know, desoldering these from the board or whatever, why didn't I just do that, or why didn't I just put the Dean's plug on right here instead of extending it? Honestly, in something like this, it really does not matter. Maybe in racing, and that's the conversation we had in the comments, is, you know, in racing where every little bit of amperage counts and stuff like that, then it might matter a little bit more. But in crawling, you'll never see a notable difference from having a couple of extra solder joints in your setup. So that being said, let's see if we can sneak outside and just get a little bit of testing in on this real quick. That's what I've been itching to do.